Just walking to see if this field of oilseed rape over there needs spraying off. You ever hear a noise in the yard, a constant drone? That is what it is. This is the road, this is the yard. This is the field of oilseed rape. Remember when we had the Corvus buggy and we came and put the banger out and it was about that big? Well, it has recovered. It's obviously not as thick a canopy as it could have been because of the pigeons. So if you imagine each stalk has got like less pods on than it could have had. But the field is covered. Just looking at this here, I presume that's something that a caterpillar would live in, or a moth or a butterfly or something. Don't know. But yeah, I could probably spray this off now, even it up, because it's obviously a bit green in the gateway and a little bit green over there. The seeds still inside the pods are going black though, so it's not too early to spray it off. And there's a few thistles and a few weeds that we could knock out of it as well. But I think I need to put pod stick on with it, because next week we're getting 35-degree temperatures. If we get wind in that and it starts to rattle, or if we get hailstone, which can happen when you get these sort of tropical climates, it could knock it all on the floor. So I'll spray it off, but I'll put pod stick in with it. Change of plan. I've not got any pod stick left. It's getting warm. I'm expecting it to get warmer later. I don't want my oilseed rape too dry, because it can get too dry and it's not worth anything when you cut it. You've got to wet it like Jamie did. Still wetting it now with a sprinkler. So we're going to go and try cutting it now and see what the moisture is, and then if we can, we'll have it done by dinner. We're on the combine. We're going to go and have a look. This is Joe's wheat, Bill Joe's. That looks pretty ripe as well, to be fair. We're going to try ours after it anyway to see what the moisture is. So awkward putting a header on an oilseed rape because it sort of traps when it grabs the header. So I'm just trying to do it this bit where it's bald in the gateway. It's a bit of a moody sky. Andrew's on Joe's telly on there. Just took the divider out of here and we're going to put the side knife on because we need to cut through the rape because it's all stitched together. We're just getting out the locker on the header trailer. We'll try not to drop it on our head like we did last time. There we go, just need to put that handle down when we lower it a bit, get a bit more weight on it. That's on, it's all plumbed in. Header's on, side knives are on. Just wait for the screen to load up, which seems to take forever. Must run Windows and an Apple software. Once that's booted up, I'm going to go into the screen, tell it we're cutting oilseed rape, and the combine will set itself up for oilseed rape. So Andrew did a moisture sample off that headland there where he is behind the hedge, and it was 10.8, sorry 10.2. So hopefully cutting through the middle now and then cut all this block. By the time we've got a trailer full, it'll be down to 9, which is what it needs to be. Just going extra low here to try and get the tram line up where we come through with the sprayer. Didn't really do a lot of damage though, to be fair. You can still see last year's barley straw on the top stubble. Coming up a tram line now, and it doesn't look like we damaged much, but it's only reading 3.2, whereas some of the rest of the field was reading 4. So it'd be interesting to see whether we are losing 0.8 of a tonne a hectare on a tram line. I've never had that happen before, but that auger has wrapped up, so I'm just reversing it now, and then it goes through the end and jams there as well. Jump off and pull that off. Very strange. Right, I've untangled it. No idea why it did it. There we go, it's clear now. I just saw like a big lump come up, wrap round, then it just sucked everything off the reel. It's probably because I'm cutting so low because I'm going down this tram line. Yeah, so 4.1, 4.2, 4.28 when it's not on a tram line. So what was that, about half a tonne, maybe more loss? No, 0.7. Adds up to quite a bit, that over a fair acreage, so that's why you want as wide a sprayer as you can get away with. Black Gold or Texas Tea or Tarbeck Tea. Any of the older generation will remember the Beverly Hill Lease and what Texas Tea was. I don't know whether you want to comment if you do actually remember. I was just flying from one end of the field to the other. I thought that looks like a guard off the combine, and I couldn't stop quick enough, and I've run it over and it smashed it, which is a bit annoying. Bit of it there as well. I think it's a guard off the side now. Let's have a look, I think. It's that guard off the other one. It's in about 20 pieces. Oh. Tony's got dirty hands plugging the pipes in. Should have had a pair of gloves with him. Hoping Rob's just dropped me dinner off when he picks that trailer up. Just gobbling up this last bit now. Another hour and I'll be done on this first field. 4.26 tonnes a hectare it's reading now. Wish the whole field did that. Some places are doing about 3. Over there was about 2 with a geese had eaten it. Just got off the combine for 5 minutes because my phone rang and stretched my legs. I realised yesterday I got on it at about 11:45. Joe coupled a header on, I think, for me, or Gordon, and I didn't get off it until 9:30 last night. So I think I was sat on it for about 9 hours straight without moving. And I don't think it came to a pause for more than 10 seconds when Joe passed me a donut. Yeah, I've just jumped off now. Just checking everything, having a quick walk around. Got all this sort of like white, I don't know whether it's like a mildew or the residue of the glue that we put on the pod stick. I've never seen it before. I think it's just some sort of mildew, or maybe it's salt off the sea air, I don't know. But yeah, quick walk around, check everything's okay. Nice to see it from the outside and inside the cab all the time. Some of you might remember then we did the calendar shoot here with Scania. Anyway, there's now a massive picture up in Scania's headquarters cafe, so here it is. So that's pretty cool if you ever find yourself in Scania Milton Keynes, that's what it is. Not sure if you can see, but I've come up that way so that I can go down this tram line in the right direction because I want to be catching it. So when the spray goes through, it knocks it flat, and it's easier to cut it from that direction, not pushing it over more, if that makes sense. It's quite hard to describe with just one hand, but basically if it's leaning over, you want to be cutting into it, not pushing it flatter. So that's why I've missed one and coming back down in the opposite direction. That's another field finished, but all the rubbish is on the top of the tank. It always looks worse. I've got some left and I can't get it on the trailer, which is really annoying. There's about 2 tonne in the tank, so it means we've got to run a trailer back with just 2 tonne in, which seems a long way, but at least it's, you know, 1,500 quid's worth that we didn't think we were going to have. Tell it was working hard cutting that. It's used 280 litres cutting 44 acres. Just trying some of Bill and Joe's now, chopping it. Turn it to sherbet. Tested the sample then, 12.3 moisture meter on the combine isn't working at the moment. It's gone doing an upgrade on it, so we just took it to the yard, more accurate anyway. Although it's not quite right, but we're just going to cut a little tiny square here just so they've got some stacking straw. You can probably hear by the wind, nice warm breeze. This is where we cut yesterday. We didn't think the straw would be fit to bale, but I think it actually will be. Sam's just turned the headlands over now because they obviously get run on when we're turning. That's why sometimes we will chop them to get out of the wind. So he's just flicked them over, give them an hour, and I think they'll be all right. I'm just running that bit of oilseed rape. I'll trailer back to the yard on one of Joe's, and then we might come back up with the baler and start baling. There's Sam now on the little case, just rowing it over. It's got the little single rotor rake of Bill and Joe's on. There's some big ruts there for some reason. Sam's better off driving round them. I think they've been stuck a little bit with the sprayer. He's doing not a bad job actually. Rowing it over. Quick driving stop. Rob's going to go now and do some baling. I'm just going to go and cut a hedge for a council football walk or something. Rich is putting the second coat on these tubes. There's only one to go, and then that is it all painted twice. So it's not going to rust. It won't rust anyway when it's got a roof on, hopefully. Try and get it up next week. Anyway, that's it for today. There's the birthday bumper for the outro, and I'll see you tomorrow. Just got to charge my phone up to edit this video. It has been on charge in the combine while I was in that most of the day, but I've had 104 phone calls today. I've just counted because Richard asked me. He says that's 100 too many. Anyway, a little survey. If you go through your radar list on your phone, how many phone calls have you made and received today? Mine's 104. So let me know in the comments. This is today's birthday bumper. It is absolutely massive, so I'm not going to read them all out. You will just have to pause it and look at it. But if your birthday's there, happy birthday. If your birthday isn't on there and it's your birthday, happy birthday. Raised over nearly £6,000 now. I think it's gone up like 150 quid just today, which is amazing. So thank you for everyone with the donations.